All right, my loves, let's do this. And if you guys can't get on and hear us, well, hopefully you can. Maybe you'll go back and hear the replay.
All right, we are
So
live.
we are live. We are like this for our pump you up meditation
Right.
in our lap. We are shoulders.
So thumb and index finger touching means you're paying attention, aware,
Got it.
conscious. Chin mudra, it's called. Palms up, rest them against the lap. Shoulders to the ears, back and down so your diaphragm is ready for breathing. Your spine is straight, but you're not like tense about it. It's just your game on. So it's like not the Papa Bear, not the baby bear. You're right in the middle. You like
Goldilocks.
right? So go right in the middle.
Okay, which really is life, right? That's where we
Right.
want to be. Okay.
So it just means that you're on.
Okay.
And we're going to change from that. So we're going to do that, and we're going to lift our hands up just like this, forward. They're going to be straight up like this, and we're going to do some breathing because we're playing with like a Tony Robbins style of meditation, right? And when we breathe out, we're going to breathe out through the mouth, and you're just going to push all the air out. The air is going to come in on a vacuum. So let's bring it down.
My wiser girls.
So now bring the hands down, thumbs up. All right. So here's how we're going to do
Move
this.
back so there's like
This meditation is to get you riled
We
up,
are-
and we're going to put something into our life.
Okay, so like today, I'm tired and I need to get myself jazzed up. So here's where we go.
Here's where
Attention.
we go. Attention. So take your hands to the sky, palm facing forward. Now we are going to breathe 10 times out the mouth. So come with me, eyes closed, begin. Take the hands down, thumb and index finger touching, relax the shoulders, eyes closed. And just calm down for a moment and just notice your own peace and the energy that's inside of you. That kind of breathing really stirs things up inside of you, and you feel energy or blood, all kinds of things. And just feel the peace about that. And again, we're going to lift those arms up, palms facing forward. We're going to do 10 breaths again. Begin. Let it go.
I felt like that was way more than 10.
Thumbs and the index touching, palms up, relax the shoulders. It might be.
Okay. I didn't know if you were counting.
Now feel.
Okay.
Now feel your own peace right there. Let's do it one more time. Palms facing forward, hands up. 10 times, let's go. Let it go. Hands resting. Thumb together with the index. Now, place your palms right on your heart. And just notice what you feel. See if you can tap into your own peace.
Your heart rate gets a little elevated, right?
Right now, feel that. Keep your eyes closed, Elise.
Okay.
Feel it. Do you feel it pulsing?
Mm-hmm.
You feel that heart strong?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, let's think about something real quick while we're in this meditation. You didn't do anything to deserve this heart. You didn't earn it. You didn't fight for it. You didn't do anything. You just opened up your eyes one day, and there it was, the heart. So we're going to tap into our gratitude. If you can't find a reason to have gratitude, well, you can go right to your heart because you didn't do anything for this one. It just kind of shows up for you. And it's strong. And the reason it is so strong is because it beats with purpose.
I love it.
Now, while you're in this meditation, stepping into gratitude and just being grateful for the powerful heart that you were given, and it's strong and you didn't really earn it, I want you to think about something else right away that you're grateful for. Now, it could be anything. It could be your kid. It could be a spouse, a friend, anything. Something that you're so grateful for. And immerse yourself in that feeling of gratefulness. What does that feel like? And you're going to feel power again, because there's power in gratitude. Now, quickly, find something else quick to be gracious about. Something that you're really excited about, that you're very grateful for. It could be a Jolly Rancher, a cheeseburger. It could be anything, small or big. What are you grateful for? Now step into the feeling of that. What does that feel like? And again, you feel power again. And so at any time you're getting up out of bed and you just don't have the power in you, you don't have the hell yes to get out of that bed, and it's not very exciting, you come back to this state of gratitude and you'll feel it. And so you're training your mind to find reasons to be grateful for. And they're all over the place. You can just start with one, your heart. You didn't do anything for it. And then we're going to slowly open our eyes and come back to this room. And that's a great meditation that you could do in the morning.
Like, I always feel so good when you...
Right. And if you feel buzzing all over your body, that's good.
Hope. I felt hope when you were talking about what are you grateful for? What is that feeling?
Right.
That was like tremendous hope.
Right. If you have gratitude, there's nothing more powerful in your life than that. I mean, it will overcome anything.
Yeah.
And that's a power that you want to tap into.
That is totally like what every single one of my clients, anyone I know, to be able to feel the gratitude, not just say it. I think there's a big difference, because you can tell people all day long, look, you have this and other people don't have this and blah, 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 blah. But to really engage in that feeling of gratitude,
right,
and be there with it and be mindful.
So we go back
attention
to what the purpose of meditation is to redesign your mind in one sense. So sometimes we have a negative pattern and we just see terrible things everywhere we look. Something is horrible, the service is horrible.
Yes.
And the truth is, it's you. You're just seeing all the wrong things because your mind has a pattern that we fell into. It just happens. So the only way to shift your attitude...
Sorry, I was trying to read comments.
To the highest attitude of gratitude is basically to train your mind to find something to be gracious about, find another one, and you just keep finding them. And you just work that pattern until all of a sudden you're floating in gratitude. And you just keep working that pattern. So you do that every day, you're going to move through your life instead of having to go pick up your kids to school to
Being excited.
Getting to go pick up your kids at school.
That is such an important shift for people, Robert. That right there, that shift. And everyone says the key to that is gratitude, but you have to get there and you have to start noticing. And that was the very first thing. Hopefully you guys can go on to the first take that we did, and I talked about the 3 steps to mindfulness.
Right.
And I think that when you can, sort of get yourself away from the honking horn, all that, and maybe do a reset with that mindfulness, and then take it to the next step of gratitude, you reset yourself from being
absolutely
to thriving.
Thriving. For instance, I have to come home to my husband or my wife. Or, hell yeah, I get to go home to my husband or wife.
You're excited about
There's
it.
a whole, and then...
There's a person that's willing to live with me.
Yeah, they actually like me. And
Sometimes.
If you bring that energy, it starts to reflect.
Of course.
And then
it's
you have
contagious
crazy,
one way or another.
Amazing passion.
Right.
And so the only reason we don't see the passion in our life is because we're lame ourselves. And the moment we ramp it up is the moment that this passion goes everywhere. But it's waiting for us to become ourselves again.
So that simple, open hands, and then
just do it 3 times, breathe 10 times out, and it ramps you up. It gets the heart rate going.
Yeah,
and
it is. It gets your heart rate going, so no wonder it gets you.
Yeah, it gets you awake. It wakes you up, but it's also something where you can feel your heart. So if you're having trouble feeling it because you've been sluggish, well, raise it up a little bit and feel it.
Okay.
And then just
remember that you're grateful for. If you can't think of anything,
that's right.
We're giving you the freebie.
Yeah, because sometimes you'll think, well, I work for that or this was blah blah blah, but take that away. You didn't do anything for this one.
Right. Okay.
Right.
I love it.
That's an easy one.
Okay. So, do you want to take us through a calming? Does everyone remember last week?
Yeah. Time is on my side, and you breathe in, out.
So that was last week's.
Out, And that's right.
Okay, so we're gonna do it. And I actually a couple times did use it.
So tell us.
So
what
I-
happened? Was
I
it the
fell
longest
asleep.
day? Oh.
But there was one time that I couldn't fall asleep, so I actually finally I just got out of bed. But I did find that when you have something to concentrate on, if you're gonna go
Right.
and get to that relaxed state, that it did. It brought me there. I found that, I sort of, if you concentrate on that, you are pulling your mind from those crazy anxious thoughts.
Right.
And I guess that's the purpose, is to get your mind somewhere else.
You're developing a skill to pull away from those thoughts. So it's not that like thoughts are bad or they're not supposed to happen, but if you attach to every single thought you have, which is like 25,000 or something a day, it can be exhausting.
Totally.
And if you just let them float by and then cherry pick the ones that you want or will serve you can imagine what that'll do for you.
That's a game changer for like an anxious person.
Right.
To be able to, and so
imagine if instead of being anxious, like, feeling like it's not going to work out for you, how it's going to happen, how it's not going to work out for you, all the fantasies of the craziness we have. What if you were like putting your mind on gratitude? Man, this is amazing in my life, and this is awesome. The sun looks beautiful, the grass is green.
But even if you can't,
all of a sudden, instead of anxious, you would be floating.
But even if you can't get to that gratitude immediately, which for some people is really hard, just having that something other than that anxious thought does take your mind away from it automatically.
Right.
So anyway,
we go back to the point of meditation is that to hold our focus and concentration without allowing ourselves to get disturbed and distracted.
Right, and so
when you're disturbed and distracted, when you're feeling that crazy and you're feeling anxious, you're just disturbed and distracted. You just lost your focus. That's all that means.
Right.
Doesn't mean you're actually that at all.
Doesn't have to. It doesn't have to.
Which is whatever we're focusing on or whatever we're looking at a lot, we start to really become that. It kind of takes a root on us.
Right. So when you feel it, you just have to break it.
Break it. And that's what we're trying to create a new pattern.
Okay.
One that's going to
And that's really what life is about, is creating new patterns.
Right.
Well, I say life is about. If you have something that you're working towards changing, it's just about breaking those patterns, because we talked about this last week, those patterns form when you're a young kid.
Well, so you always have, sometimes we have good patterns and then they change.
Right.
Because we allow something to disturb us and then it keeps growing because we switch to another pattern. So you might even be coming back to a normal pattern. So for instance, someone you love, you used to laugh at all their jokes and go, hey, you're so funny, huh? And everything was honky-dory and it was just juicy. And then all of a sudden you got nitpicky. And all of a sudden everything about that person was aggravating you. The way they washed the dishes, the way they had food in their mouth, whatever. What happened was you changed. And your mind got into a state of what was wrong. Mm-hmm. And at one time you thought the jokes were funny. You thought everything was honky. It was you that made that state amazing and blissful. So when we get too serious, I always say, you're getting into that state of heaviness and seriousness. And so when you come back to the lightness,
lighten the load.
Yeah, angels fly because they're light.
Oh. Okay. All right. So take us through. Yeah, no, I dig it. Okay, so take us through another.
All right. So
please.
This meditation is popular because one of the gentlemen that used to live here in Boca, Wayne Dwyer, this is one of his favorite ones. And
I think we all are familiar with.
Everyone's familiar with him, or might be. And this was during the Moses Code meditations, it was called. And if you go on Spotify and you look at Wayne Dwyer, he has the Moses Code meditation.
Okay, so you guys can find this on Spotify?
On the second and the third song on the album, they take, when Moses is talking to the burning bush, he's about to go talk to Pharaoh, and then he asks the burning bush, who shall say send me? He's getting directions, who are you? And the answer he gets back is, I am that I am, which is a very odd answer, right?
I am that I am.
And so the meditation is this, that when you breathe in, you're breathing in, I am that, exclamation mark. And when you exhale, I am, a confirmation. Now the word that is whatever the heck you need today. So if you need rest. I am rested, right? But you're not going to say rested. You're going to just say I am that because it's shifting what it means to you.
So it's
today.
always that. You don't
I
fill in the
am
blank.
that, and you
Okay.
know what it means.
Okay.
If it is strength, if it's financial security, whatever it is,
Peace.
I am that, and then a confirmation, I am. Because you're everything.
Okay.
You're just going to tap into one reflection of yourself. Now, on the music, on the Spotify, they take that in Hebrew, they put a mathematical number, and they make music to it. So you
Okay.
got that going on in the background. So
That's
it's
pretty cool.
vibing in your soul, in your mind, and then you're doing an affirmation, or you could call it a mantra because it is an ancient
I am
text.
that.
I am that. On the inhale, I am, exclamation mark. And by the way, this is a very powerful meditation that usually you can manifest things within a day or two.
Oh, okay, let's do it.
You know how I know?
So I was
going to tell you how I know
Tell
this
me how
works
you
fast.
know.
Because, and this is amazing actually, but I think this was like a year and a half ago. I was looking at myself, and I'm very busy, I'm pretty successful in anything I usually want. I can kind of create it.
Yeah.
But kind of like a salesperson mentality, that I'm really good at getting things done, working with people, and I can go all day and night. It doesn't really tire me. But with paperwork and organization, I am a mess, right? And so I said, you know what? I want to be better at this because I always make it an excuse, and I want to just amp it up a notch. So I did the meditation, I am that I am. And when I was saying that, I was saying organized in my mind. I was thinking, I'm organized. Even though I technically am not, right? So I was thinking, I am that. I am. And I will have you know the next day, Elise calls me and tells me she would like to help me out with, guess what? Organization. And she did. I didn't tell her nothing. She had no clue.
Nope.
But
It's
that's
true. He even said to me, Elise, I set my intention. I needed this, and now you are coming to me. I'm like,
They always,
okay, whatever.
They always have me like that. But one thing that was key in this whole event was that I actually felt like I was ready to allow that in.
Right.
Because I actually said, I'm
But
not
it
going
is
to make this
crazy that I
serious.
came to you that day after yoga.
It happens all the time. And so that's why I've kind of learned that I used to think there was a meter in heaven that was going like this, and when it hit a certain spot, it goes, when everything is
You
perfect
deserve it.
timing, then it's going to happen. So I was waiting for this stupid meter in heaven to actually give me something, and it was a lie. It was when I said, I'm ready for this to happen.
this.
If I felt like I should work harder before it could happen, then that's just the way the story went. And if I said, no, I beat myself good enough, I'm thinking I'm going to allow it now, it would just come. And now I've come to the conclusion, which is kind of weird, that it's been me all along.
Wow. And people, I think, always want to know about, I want to set my intention, but there's I didn't realize there's an actual meditation for that you set your intention. Well, yes, I would like to do this one.
So this one is a relaxing one. You can even do this meditation as I am sleepy.
That's true, right? If you need to go to bed.
Right, so whatever you
If you're
need.
having insomnia.
A lot of times, we'll speak to ourselves in a very negative way. You would never talk to anyone else the way you talk to yourself, because if you did, they would slap you. They wouldn't put up with that stuff. They would not. And so you don't, but you do to yourself. And so
We're so mean to ourselves.
but the way you talk over and over is creating things, and that's why we might not see what we really want. And so to manifest what you want, you have to say it and be crystal clear. What the heck do you want? And it won't happen till you say it. There was
So putting it out in the universe isn't enough. Like, that is not setting your intention.
Well, there was an idea, right? So even if you don't believe in God, or you believe in God, or whatever that is, there was an idea that the manufacturer created us to be just like the manufacturer, right? So the big manufacturer makes a bunch of little manufacturers, so you're kind of designed the same way. And so the whole universe was said to be made from like utterance, right? Like, let there be light, and let there be sound, and let there be this. So you'll have to say it for it to be created. Mm-hmm. And if that's the way you're designed, then it's saying that your words are going to make all kinds of things happen. And I learned this as a kid, where a kid would have this real fancy bike, but he would always complain, my bike's a piece of crap. And guess what? His bike was always broken.
Right, because
And,
you have to.
and the kid that never said anything bad about their bike, that bike could run over nails and it would keep on going.
And doesn't that also have to do with the gratitude? It ties into the gratitude.
Absolutely.
Right.
But we're always creating something. And so obviously if you're
You have to
saying
be
something
careful
negative
with
about
your words.
right. If you're saying something negative about something of you or something you own, it might be because it's anti-gratitude.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just manifests that more.
Yeah. Okay, so let's set our intention, shall we?
Right. So
I am that.
I am that I am. And so this one, we're just going to place our hands comfortably on the lap.
Okay.
And then the shoulders relax again. Now, I like the eyes closed, but if you have extreme anxiety, keep the eyes open. So you can have them open or closed, doesn't matter, but you're going to bring your focus into this. So we're going to begin to 1. Just feel your shoulders relax away from the ears. And if you feel like you're anxious at all, maybe you soften. If you imagine yourself as a balloon that's filled with air, every time you breathe out, just see that balloon slowly dissipating and the tension getting lighter and lighter. And you want to breathe in a way that's very comfortable. So as you breathe in, the lungs are going to fill. You don't want to breathe too much. You don't want tension, just enough. And then let it go on the exhale. Very peacefully, almost feels like the breath is dropping from your body. And then the breath falls right back in. And we'll add a tiny pause at the top. And as you breathe out, let that breath fall out. And just a tiny pause to remind yourself you're not in a rush. And now, as we breathe in, I am that. And as you exhale, I am, exclamation mark, that's your confirmation.
Do you say it out loud?
You say it inside your mind. On the inhale, I am that. That meaning whatever it is that you need. On the exhale, I am, exclamation mark. And we'll do this for 1 minute. Now, as you're doing this, and you had intended one word or thought of what you wanted, and it shifted, go ahead and shift it. You can do that. But if you're shifting way too much, maybe 6 times, then just stick with one at that point. But if it doesn't resonate, switch. Inhale, I am that, exclamation mark. Exhale, I am, exclamation mark. And finish off your last cycle. Now, normally you'll do this for 5 to 20 minutes, whatever you can do. We're just kind of doing this to just kind of get you used to the idea of how this would work. And just bring your attention back to the body, and then when you're ready, slowly open up your eyes. Now, you did the meditation. What are you feeling?
I feel calm. I feel, I got like confused at first. You know, I was thinking about all the different things that I am, that I want.
Right.
I could see how this actually could get you revved up and excited, because if you start thinking about the things that you are, if
Right.
you're not leading it to
Right.
a relaxing, you know,
Right.
this, I immediately started thinking about all the things I want.
Right.
And so I was like, I gotta go get them.
Right.
You know, it sort of gets you.
So now, remember that this is not right or wrong. So
Yeah.
what happens is, with meditation, you're always going to learn about yourself and understand yourself. And you can see, like, if you had the magic genie bottle, how you could get really overly excited and
Yeah.
go, and then like freeze because it's like overwhelming.
Yeah.
So then for you, you'll be better off saying, I'm going to stick with this one and that's it.
Okay.
So, like, the reason I say you can change it is sometimes you think this is what you need, and you do it, it's like, I'm not feeling this at all.
Yeah.
Well, then change it.
Yeah.
But then if your
I
mind
found myself
is
the-
going
the
like, oh,
relaxing-
you're going to
yeah.
keep going on that pattern, so now it wants to like jump on different patterns.
Yes, it did.
So that's a pattern, and you go, okay, you're going to stick with one.
And you had said
So that would be the
when-
meditation
yeah,
is to stick with one.
Yeah, and you had said, I remember you said last week that in your meditation classes that you know
Right.
some resonate with some people,
Right.
and
Some are aggravating.
Yeah, and so that for me it wasn't aggravating,
Right.
but it was more like, oh, that'll never get me to sleep.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I will stay up all night doing work.
Right, because what happened, it might be that creative energy.
Right.
And so for me,
Did that? I'm wondering if that happened for anybody,
Right.
if they were doing something that was a relaxing state, or if they were.
now
asking-
this type of meditation obviously was better in the beginning of your day to start your day with something
Yes.
that you want to like accomplish or to remind yourself what it is that you want.
Right. So depending on what you're asking for, depending
Right.
on what you are, I am that.
But if I wanted to say,
I am
I'm sleepy, then do that one. You could,
Right.
why not? You can do anything.
Okay. So, and then our last one, which is definitely
Right.
a calming.
So-
you have a prop tonight.
Right. So this last meditation is very classic. So it's related to
Hi, Jenny.
things called sun gazing or stargazing or moon gazing, and it's basically you look at something, and we're going to look at it for like we'll do it a minute, and then we're going to close our eyes, and we're going to see if we can hold the picture in our mind. It's sometimes you can nail it, and sometimes you'll close your eyes and you got nothing.
Right.
In which case,
It's like when you see an accident and they go, report what you just saw, and you're like,
and we're going to hold that for like about 40 seconds, and then we're going to open up our eyes. We're going to go longer, about 90 seconds this time. And we're going to stare at this thing.
Okay.
And you're going to imprint it on your brain, and you're going to close your eyes. Now on this one, if you lose it, you can open up your eyes for like 5 seconds, close it, and see if you can hold it.
okay.
And if not, and you're going to be opening and closing, but the whole point is not really necessarily like there's a victory if you hold it for 10 minutes, but the whole thing is that you'll see how your mind can really go. And is it really paying attention?
And again, that's getting your mind
But you're not
out
thinking
of
about
your
anything else.
out of your head. That's what like they always say when
Right.
they're talking about like anxiety or depression or any of those things. Get out of your head.
Right.
Get in your heart. Get out of your head. So stop thinking about all of
And
the
start-
bullshit
and start watching.
Right.
Or
So
observing.
Or observing. And you had talked about that. Be a watcher.
Be a watcher.
Okay. So this is our prop. Shit, can I bring it now?
Yeah, please do.
This is our prop for tonight. My sister bought me this candle, I'm not kidding you, like a zillion years ago. So wait, can you guys see? Uh-oh, where's the flame?
It's right here. Hold on, let's see.
Can you guys see it? No. I think it went down since we've been, hold on you guys. You gotta watch our flame.
Jenny, you're going to practice this meditation? That's good. That's a good
You
one.
can't see it.
All right. So actually, that's good right there.
You got it?
Mhm.
No, some of it.
Hold on, let's see.
I'm gonna hold it like this. Is that better?
Yeah, we can do that. Like that.
There. I'm gonna hold it just like this.
All right, so here's the meditation. So technically,
Maybe I
If
should
you're-
shut off the light. One of
yeah,
them.
let's do that.
Okay.
Turn off this.
All right, we're gonna
getting-
shut off one of the lights so that you guys can see maybe the flame a little bit better. That didn't really do much, but
All right, we can do this.
okay.
So, in your home, you would put the candle at eye level. So you might put like a block, and you're going to put it in the middle. And for this, it's going to be lower, but just so that you can see it a little bit better, right? And so, again, we're going to get in a very relaxed state, and you're going to put your focus directly on this candle. Watch it dance, watch it flicker, and something else I like to do.
And you guys can like grab your own candle. I'm just trying to give you guys this
right.
to do exactly what we're doing. But if you want to go run and get a candle and light your own and concentrate on your own.
Right, so this is, a candle's lit, this can be a sunset, this can be looking at the stars, you're just going to focus on something. And if you're doing a candle, you can also close your eyes slightly where you see through the eyelashes. You're going to get like a little reflection, right? So you see that?
Like fuzzy.
Right, so just
Okay.
close your eyelashes just enough where you start to get this little fuzziness. And that just gives you more concentration, something else to focus on. and relaxing it. So as you're breathing, keep it calm. And we're going to do about 30 more seconds staring at the candle. And you're thinking about this image. You're going to implant it on your brain. And then close your eyes. Bring that picture right back up. Exactly the way you saw it, through your eyelashes. Now if it disappeared, just keep trying to pull it up. And we're going to do about 20 more seconds. Don't open up your eyes. Even if you don't see it and your mind is blank, it might be the first time it's been blank in a while. So that would be all right. And the first thing you're going to learn is sometimes whatever you want your mind to do, it will not do it. And that's all right. Open up your eyes again. And again, we're going to go a little fizzy. We're going to do about 90 seconds this time. And you can keep going on with this 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes at a time. And you just focus on it. And now you know how much you have to pay attention, because if you saw it or you didn't see it, you know what you got to do now. And you're relaxing your breath, relaxing your jaw so you don't get too tense. And if you try to focus hard, that might actually be distracting you from actually holding it. So lighten up a bit. Don't get tense. See, we're understanding ourselves. Close your eyes. We'll do about 10 seconds. And if you lost the picture, open up your eyes again. Focus. We're going to do 10 seconds. Or keep your eyes closed if you're holding the picture. And close. And you're just going to keep doing that because you've done it 2 minutes. As soon as you lose the picture, open up the eyes, at least for 10 seconds, and close. And then in the end, you'll just close your eyes, whether you have the picture or not, letting it go. And so I'm going to take my hands together. I'm going to rub them. Create some friction in my hands so that when I place these on my eyelids, they're going to be warm and comfortable. I'm going to open up my eyes so I don't really go into this light shock, and I'm going to pull it away from the face. And that just kind of gives me like a place to pull out of. And we're back. So what do you think of this meditation?
Okay, so this one was, I was more relaxed, but my mind, here, I'm going to move this. My mind was still wandering. So, and this is probably why for so many years, people have told me that I need to meditate. Because I do find it hard to
hold the focus.
To hold the focus, exactly, to hold the focus.
So the first thing is, when you lose your focus, remember, it is not wrong.
Right.
The victory is, because if
Going
you're
back,
supposed
right,
to,
you
it's
said
coming
that
back.
last.
So did you come back?
Yes.
Lots of times?
Yes.
So you won lots of times.
Right. Yeah, no, I did.
But at one time, there might have been a time that you couldn't come back for a while.
Right.
You see? And so you're actually getting better and better and better coming back. So imagine that if you lose your gratitude and you get upset, and then you catch yourself and you go, I'm not in the right state. Let me go back into the state of gratitude, and you can come back to that. If you can train that muscle, and you can keep coming back to it, even if you lose it 20 times in a day, that's all right, because at least you're coming back.
Julie says she lost us. I hope not. Okay, can we end with the last one, the one that we did last week?
Right.
The time is...
Well, we can do that.
Okay, let's end with that, because maybe it was because it was my very first one, but that seems to be my,
favorite one.
Yes.
You know why, too? Because you're organized, and you like to get things done. And you would love more time in your day. I know what you're up to.
Time is on my side.
I know what you're up to. But that's the point, is like, if you know specifically what you could use to like make your life even sweeter, bring it on.
Bring it on. Bring it on. Although I have to say, the I am that, I love that.
Right.
But it did not bring me the same relaxation that time is on my side.
So, you know, if you're gonna do that, then I am that. Then just come back. Just do it as one thing, and don't give yourself the opportunity to do that.
Okay.
So maybe when you had the free reign to pick, it would then serve you. And so that's what you'll learn from that. Is so then you might realize on a task, if you give yourself too many choices, you won't get nothing done.
Yes.
So you'll spin your wheels.
Yes.
So see how you learn like a pattern that it's not that we're going to fix this pattern per se. It's that you're going to learn about it so you can use the pattern that you learn for your goodwill, for like whatever it is you want to manifest.
Right.
If you know how you work, then you can work it.
Okay.
Instead
And
of trying to fix
it's
it.
like playing around with it. So, like I said,
Right.
it could have done for
Now,
me
on the
differently than
meditations,
it
even
did.
though that last one was tough, do you feel like this is hard work and aggravating and like
No,
a punishment?
no, not at all.
It
I
feels
feel
really
like
good.
it's good for me. Like working out is good. Like
Right.
I really do feel that I'm exercising my brain.
Absolutely.
It takes work. It does. It takes work to turn your shit off. It really
Right.
does. It
Right.
takes a lot of work.
And you know, even if like you catch it not, it's just that you learn your patterns.
Yeah.
And then that you actually get better at it, and then you're able to adjust these things. But sometimes, some days, I can tell you that if I eat something that's a little off, it might actually really whack me out or wig me out. And so even you'll notice, you know, when I eat that, I get a little crazy.
Yeah.
And so then you'll really become aware of what's going on.
Yeah.
You know, if I eat a bowl, I haven't eaten pasta in a while, but if I eat pasta, I'd probably go right to sleep in my meditation. Done.
That's what I need to do in the middle of the night, make myself a bowl of pasta.
All right, so any questions before we do this last one? Anyone popping up any questions?
Let's see if anybody has any questions before our last meditation.
Right.
And then, of course, if you have any and we sign off, Robert can always go back in and answer your question.
Absolutely.
So, before we sign off, I want people to know, first of all, that for anybody local, that you teach yoga. You do not teach to an open class meditation at any of the studios, do you?
No.
Okay, he's at a private facility for that.
I do that and with privates too.
Yeah. Oh, and private. So if anybody here locally is interested in doing any types of privates with Robert, both yoga or meditation, he is available for that. He does classes at the yoga. Where do you teach now?
The yoga joint,
Yoga Joint West.
west
Still
and south.
Okay.
Yoga
That's in Fort
Aura
Lauderdale.
and
Yoga Aura.
Barkin
Barkin.
and the
Vault. Okay, so he's all over the place.
Right.
Okay, so you guys can find him there. Also, he has a Facebook page. He's Robert Candelario Jr.
Right.
And then also he has a paleo page because
Right.
Robert, I don't know if I told you guys this last week, but Robert lost 80 pounds on his own doing yoga and his own paleo
Right.
diet or lifestyle or whatever, and has been successful
We'll
at that
call
for
lifestyle.
years. And
Which
so
is
he has
another
different
important
hacks.
factor of the paleo is to keep that mind calm, because if your mind is in a stressed out mode, your cortisol levels drop. It's going to be really hard to
Oh,
get
please,
healthy.
don't even,
And that's
that is a
stressed out.
whole nother, okay?
Right.
Okay, so, anyway, so that's where you can find Robert. He's got awesome stuff. He posts awesome stuff, so you guys can follow him. You guys can join his Facebook group or Facebook page with the Paleo. And anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know where you could find him if you want that calming force.
Right.
Okay, so, time is on my side.
All right. So the next meditation, the last one, we got the pinky,
But
the
we're
ring
putting it on
finger,
that.
the middle finger, the index, and the thumb. And that's how this meditation is going to go. So on the lap, it's pinky, index, middle finger, or I'm sorry, I always say do this. Ring finger, middle finger, index, and thumb. These are going to have words. Time is on my side. Time is on my side. So you're tapping your laps, doing it with both hands. Now here's what we're going to do with this. We're going to breathe in. Time. Next finger is. Breathe in, middle finger, on. Exhale, my. Inhale, side. And you're going to keep going slower. Time is on my side. Slow it down again. Time is on my side. Time is on my side. And do it on your own. Go slow on the breath. And then rest the palms down. And this we're just doing it short to show you, but you could do this 2 minutes or 5 minutes or 10 minutes. And then open up your eyes. So this is if you have a lot to do and you feel like you're going to spin your wheels and not get anything done, this will allow you to have the biggest day of your life. To get things done, to have naps, to have lunches, to have time with friends, to have meaningful conversations, and to have a life in that day while you're getting things done. So remember, you can be busy, but that doesn't mean fruitful.
Right.
Right. And if you're spinning your wheels and you're clammed up and you've freaked out and you get nothing done because you got paralyzed by the idea of the whole thing, just go to this and you'll see that your day will feel like 2 days and you'll get a lot done. And you'll feel good about it too.
All right, that's awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, you guys. So hopefully this helped you. It helped me. So I guess for selfish reasons, that's
Right.
why I really wanted to do it. But I hope that it helped you and that you guys can follow along. You guys can replay these videos and things like that. And
And if you have any questions, put them on there and I'll answer them.
absolutely.
But keep practicing, keep trying different forms. Not one is right. There's thousands of meditations and they're going to all show you something about yourself you've never seen before.
If somebody wanted to find meditations, you're saying they could just go on iTunes and go to different
Right.
meditation podcasts?
Right,
Or-
you can pull anything from, just about everyone has one. Tony Robbins has one. You can pull up Deepak Chopra. You can, you'll find people you resonate with. Some of them will not resonate with you.
Okay.
Keep trying. There's a guy that's real popular, Will Hoff, for the athletes. He's the Iceman.
Okay.
And he does an interesting meditation where you do the meditation and you take that cold shower, and right before that cold water hits you, you're bracing for something horrible to happen.
Okay.
And the meditation is not to brace before.
Ah.
So he goes over that. It's a great one too. So there's a lot of neat stuff going on right now to
Okay.
get your brain in the game.
So search it out, just like anything, just like finding a gym, finding
Right.
anything. You have to find like what your jam is. You gotta
Right.
see what works for you. So you have to have a little bit of patience, which I don't. So it's harder for me to search those types of things. But those are good suggestions, so people can start with those. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So you guys have an awesome Friday tomorrow, an awesome weekend, and practice your meditation, and let us know if anything happens during the week or in the middle of the night, you wake up and you utilize any of these. We would definitely love to hear what happened. So keep us posted. Bye.